Froggy and Forever Media at the CMA Awards in Nashville with Mo Pitney.
You doing all right, man?
Yeah, you taught me how to do this yesterday, so I wanted to let everyone know that Mo Pitney is my voicemail message. This is definitely not the highlight of Mo Pitney's career by any means, but here goes. I'm going to play it right here.
Hey, everybody. Leave danger a message after the beep.
Actually got that off MoPitneyRingtones.com.
Yeah, exactly. We're making a killing on
You're
that
going to.
website.
I wish I'd have thought of that. That's brilliant.
Crazy. That was a fun day, man. He just asked me out of the blue. He says, "Hey, man, this is like a weird request, but will you like be my voicemail box and write a song for when people call me?" And I said, "No, I
you
can
got
try."
together with some songwriters in Nashville, and you came up with that.
Yeah, it took us probably 4 or 5 months to make sure we had everything. We went back and forth, made sure that every line was correct and the melody was right. But we got it.
Well,
we ended up at the right place.
I'm actually a member of the CMA, and I voted that for best single song and album and musical event.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Congrats.
Are we nominated for?
I didn't see it, but I'm sure it's going to come up at some point.
Yeah,
because I voted a lot.
Okay, great.
So anyway, what's the CMA experience like for you?
It's been great so far, just hanging out and seeing new friends. I like it this year. I did it last year, visiting and interviewing and stuff. But this year, I've met a lot more artist friends now, and also radio people that like you. I can come back and have these stories. And last time I felt like a little bit of an outcast, but now I feel a little more welcomed, which is cool.
I saw you performing yesterday over at Music Row with Teddy Gentry from Alabama and Sean Camp. Well, you know, Sean Camp's so bluegrass. Yeah. Teddy Gentry, you know, he's one of the most successful bands with Alabama and country music of all time. Where do you think you fall more? Are you more towards the bluegrass or mainstream country?
Well, bluegrass is kind of my beginning roots. That's how I started to fall in love with music, is to hear great bluegrass music. But I think I have so many different influences. I hope that I can land in a place that is more mainstream, that keeps all my roots in there, what I listen to. I mean, I'm from bluegrass to James Taylor to Randy Newman to Merle Haggard to all those guys that are really influential in my life, so in my music. So.
And when you came by our studio, you did a song, Clean Up.
On Aisle 5.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of you definitely like to tell stories with your music.
Yeah, I do. When I was writing songs, I didn't know that you wrote a song any other way than to tell a story. Like, I wrote, that's just what came natural to me. So I wrote 50 songs, and my publishing company said, "Hey, man, why are you writing so many story songs? That's like all you do." I was like, "Oh, I thought that's just what you did, just wrote a story, you know?"
Yeah.
And so I guess that's just how I interpret music, you know.
Country, it does always tell a story. Now, you really tell a story in your song, and there's a place for that. But there are even like the most mundane of a country song, still that's one of the you know, it still tells a story.
Yeah,
you know,
even if it's a short story or a long story or a shallow story,
even
or
if it's just a story about a girl in tight jeans,
exactly.
It's a story.
It's a story. You're listening to something, and I think all music is that way. It's just that some songs tell different stories to different people. Some are a vague way of telling a story, and you'll listen to it and you'll remember a story, and I'll listen to it and I'll remember something totally different or think of something totally different.
I'd love to know, who would you like to see win Entertainer of the Year? That's the biggest award of the night. You got Garth Brooks, Kenny Chesney, Luke Bryan, Miranda Lambert, and Eric Church, right? Eric Church.
Yeah.
I got the list right here. Okay.
Probably Eric. I mean, he's a great entertainer, and I love the records that he's made and cut a lot of great songs. And he's a great entertainer. I mean, he's probably one of the best that I've seen so far, so he deserves it.
He's Mo Pitney. We're in Nashville for the 49th Annual CMA Awards with Froggy and Forever Media.